Gentlemen, we're here to talk about my friend Tech9, or as everybody jokingly refers to him, I call him Thomas. And they give him shit. They're like, oh, you know, he loves you, Tech9. Oh, Thomas. Tech9 Technologies, out of South Chicago, specifically Harvey. He's got 35 million handles. Literally, he's got the handle as Spider and the Mad Professor, Tech9. Either way, he's just my friend. So, traveling on this world adventure that I went from Mako Antennas, which is in the northern part of Illinois, and then I drove down through the most amazing thunder and lightning storm. First, it blew through Mako, where Mako was at. I don't know if I left the segment in there or not, where I was remarking about the window that was behind Tom. It was thunder and lightning, and I look over at Paul. I said, "Gosh, man, look at it friggin' rain outside." I mean, it was raining. It was raining so hard it was raining up, right? And he goes, "Well, we don't have anything to worry about as long as it's not hailing." And I went, "Oh, so that's a big thing there. The hail there can get big, like big. And it'll flat straight mess up your car." Me and Paul had this quiet moment where we stood there and we looked at each other like, and we're both looking around, looking out the window, trying to see what was going on outside as Tom was talking to us. So it was a wicked storm. So then I head south to go to Tech9's place, and I ended up driving right through this thing. The storm was over 100 miles across, and it was wild, man. The interstate was so flooded in points by the time I got into the central portion of Chicago that I was afraid that I was going to rip the mud flaps off my truck. I mean, there was a lot of standing water. Interstate got down to about maybe 2 or 3 miles an hour. Everybody's driving around with their flashers on. Nuts. Lightning hitting buildings, lightning hitting the street lights that hang over the top of the interstate. Scooching wild. So by the time I got down to Harvey, south side of Chicago, I go to pull in Tech9's driveway, and he's all like, "Just pull straight in." And I get out of the truck. I'm like, "Dude, what'd you think of that storm?" He goes, "Oh, it barely rained here." So I spent some time with him. I shot this over a couple days, and there was really I didn't have no agenda to what I was shooting. It was just kind of, we're going to hodgepodge together a bunch of video. The other thing was I was just playing with my video gear. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I spent a small fortune and built myself, and I'll show you. I built myself a little small travel video setup. The video camera that I'm using right now is huge. It's set up for, well, what I use it for, working here on the workbench. This, on the other hand, is a whole different kind of monster. This is the Sony AR9 video camera. It's a cute little camera. It shoots amazing video. It's fairly small and compact. The problem is that it only limits me to shooting video in about 30-minute segments. I know there's a setting in there I can change. It's okay. The other thing I went and purchased was this. This is magic compared to this microphone setup I have here. This is made by DJI, right? This is the wireless lapel system you guys are seeing in all the videos. This thing's really cool. Allows me to independently grab audio off of each one of these units, and then it independently records it here. So this comes into really handy play, because I also took this microphone with me that plugs into the shoe on the camera. It also plugs into the shoe dock on the top of this camera. It works. When I got to derails, I ended up using 3 sources of audio, so it's going to be a little bit of a nightmare to kind of hook it all together, but I'm going to make it happen. Needless to say, I sit down with my friend Tech9, and we had a great time. I spent a couple days with him. Got to see a bunch of stuff. And the first thing we did is we opened up each other's trucks, and we went around and we just nitpicked each other's trucks to death. It was great. He's got an amazing setup, as you guys know. You guys have all seen the videos of it. There's more history on the internet with Tech9 than there is any other builder. He was the first guy to embrace working on this stuff on the internet for you guys as entertainment. Believe me when I tell you, he doesn't need any help. He's got, I mean, when I was there was people coming and going nonstop, coax and this, that, and repair this and fix that and do this and do that. Man's busy. All right, he didn't do it as an advertisement stick. He did it because he was just wanting to showcase what he works on, and he does beautiful, beautiful work. Took me down into his laboratory, and you know, he's not as tall as me. I'm about 6'5" without shoes on. So I proceeded to bang my head several times as I was going around in his laboratory down there. But he does everything in-house. He builds, bends, makes all the cabinets, everything. You guys know the legend of Tech9 well precedes me by a long shot. But he was number one, I was number two to come along on YouTube. And then everything else came after that. That's a fact. You can debate that till the end of time. I'm just saying that he was first by a country mile, right? And I had no idea he even existed until probably 2 years after being in business. Just a great dude. Honestly, just a great guy. And I just sat down and I ran the camera. So I'll probably hop in here a couple different times and explain what we're talking about, or how we segued from day A to day B to day C. I got something like 6 or 7 hours worth of video with him, so we're going to see if we can put something together that makes some kind of sense. But this is after we had hung out all afternoon, and I said, hey man, let's go get some dinner. And so we ended up going and driving and driving and driving and looking at all these different restaurants. And I mean, he pointed out all these different wonderful places to eat. You know where we ended up getting food from? TGI Fridays. So we ended up getting food. We went back to his place, and that's where we're going to segue into. It's just me and him sitting there BSing, and him talking about how he got started with radio and how he got started into building. So gentlemen, without any further ado, no more drama, no more talking. My friend, Tech9.
Well, we didn't know.
You got started because your brother bought that Johnson over there in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
The OG one's still at your mom's place. And you never got into power until you got down here to Harvey, right?
Yep.
So now you had a Firebird. What'd you say you had was your first one here?
Firebird 500. It was either Firebird or a Kicker, one of the two.
A what?
Firebird or a Kicker.
I thought you said pickle.
No, Kicker. Yep.
I had a Firebird the other day. I bought out of my friend's estate. Well, Firebird, I think it was 75 or something.
That box was the reason why I don't mess with tubes. Stuck my hand over there and it shocked the shit out of me. And I gave it away to a guy named Dutchman. He's passed away on 783. I gave it away to him for a birthday present. I said, here, old dog, this is your birthday present from me. I said, I ain't touching another tube in my life. And I didn't. Because that tube hit me when I was in the little house and knocked me over my kitchen table. And I didn't like the way my hand felt after, you know, this. I had nothing left, but it was just loose.
Yeah.
So I don't do nothing with no tubes. But even though you didn't ask me this question, I'm gonna tell you the reason why I started building amplifiers.
I was going to get there, but you're running to it. Go ahead.
Check this out.
All right.
You know that place up there, Black Cat, that used to
Yep.
make all of
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff? These guys out here used to run up there. They had one guy take all the amplifiers up there to get fixed, and he'd get a little money for going, get them fixed and bring them back.
Yeah.
And I said, They driving 128 miles to get an amplifier fixed. I said, I'm gonna learn how to do that. And I said, and then they only have to drive 2 miles or 3 miles to get their amplifier fixed. That's how I got started. I said, I cannot have my fellow CBers driving 128 miles to get an amplifier fixed. Back then. I mean, people drive more than that now here to get an amp fixed, so.
Yeah, but you have more radio operators within 4 states than I have on, I feel like, the entire side of my country. You know, that side of Mississippi. That's crazy.
Yeah, but
Chicago's busy. I mean, look, since I've been here, that needle has been on the 30 over scale the entire time.
yeah,
So is 11 the local channel here or what?
out here in the boonies, you talk on 11.
This is the boonies, huh?
Yeah. This is the boonies. Out here, they talk on 11. In the city, they talk on channel 20.
So I wouldn't know. When I went through the city, I never saw the city. It was raining so hard, the rain was raining up. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
That was a trip, dude. We were down to like 5 miles an hour for like 15 miles.
Yeah, it rained pretty good. It rained pretty good, man. But
I wish you could have seen that lightning. When I stop tonight, I'll go and I'll pull the dash cam. We'll see if the dash cam caught that lightning strike it hit in the, you know, got the big lights that hang over the top of the interstate. It smacked one of those.
mm-hmm. Man, this is pretty good here.
So
How's the ribs?
how'd you start learning? You take your own stuff apart and try to figure out how it worked or what?
Well, I first started messing with Texas Stars. Because when nobody really worked on Texas Stars because they were so tedious. And then I started looking at Real Deal, Foxy, Muscle Man, Sneaking Pete, all them guys, boxes they were making. And I took a 6-pill that Roller Coaster brought to me. He's like, man, take this and make it a 4-pill. I don't care, tear it up, make it, you can do it, you can do it. And so I did. And when I made that 4-pill, I made 4 more. And I had them tested by Black Spider, Roller Coaster, Foot Doctor, and me. Before I even thought of selling one. They
Right.
tested them 2 or 3 months for me to make sure they worked. And I just started from there, man. And then teaching myself how to make combiners. I still got the original combiner that I made from a rubber grommet and a green and a white wire. And I used that rubber grommet as a toroid to wrap it so I can make sure I wrapped it the right way. I ain't have no big toroids then to mess around with over there in the little house. I started all of this over there in that little house. In the kitchen in the corner. Yep. And then I just kept on saying, I said, you know what? I want to do the people right. I want to be available for them when they need something done. So I used to have a regular job. I'd go in the city, drive for the old people, come home, work 4 hours at home, and go back to the city and do the rest of my job, and then come back out here and still work and try to be here for people that need amplifiers worked on. And I don't like no amplifiers being left here. I don't have no curtains up here I'm hiding behind. I like to fix your stuff, get paid, and you take it with you.
I guess that's one advantage of me is I'm so far. we're not in the boonies, by the way. Where I live is in the middle of nowhere.
Well,
It's a 2.5 day commitment to get here, man.
well, when you called me and told me you
2
was
days.
coming,
2 days.
no, when you called me and told me you was out there, I said, damn, he here already. That threw me off.
I told you I was leaving Monday morning. I drove 950 miles my first day and 590 something miles yesterday.
You should have been a truck driver
I was.
instead of electrician.
I've done that
A
too.
lineman. You
Did
should have
that
been
too.
a truck driver.
I did that.
I know you did. You should have.
I've done all them things. It's part of life.
Man, you could have just built boxes on the side.
I did. I drove truck and tow truck and everything else for 22 years.
Oh, when I asked you, did you need a tripod?
Yeah, well, since we're basically inside of Fort Knox right now, my tripod's outside my rolling Fort Knox, and I figured, you know what? I can set the camera there. We can sit here and BS as we eat, and we don't. It's not going to take us 15 minutes to get out of the house and then get back in the
know.
house and lock all the damn shit.
Here's the thing. I think it's 3 behind the bar. It's 6 in the closet there before you go to the bathroom.
What I think is cute is you think I can fit between that speaker and
you
the bar
can't-
rail.
You can't get between them. I'd have to get it. But I had this thing about tripods. When I go to the Ham Fest, every time I see one, I got to buy it. I do.
All right.
Man, I got about 15 tripods in this house. And closets over there. Because, especially when I'm videotaping myself playing the drums, I might want to set a tripod anywhere, you know. And I like to have it right there where I can get it. As you can see, I made that little one for the camera right there. That's a Magnum out that go on a
That thing is cute.
antenna.
I can't believe you shot all those YouTube videos on that little camera.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
God, we've been knowing each other about 10 years now, yeah?
I remember when you first started.
That's all right. Well, I was sperm in my dad's balls when you started, so there we go. I just spent 20 or 30 something years screwing around before I figured
My
out this is
first-
what I needed to do.
My first entry on the computer is 8/10/2000. My first customer was Tough J. One of my best and personal friends right now.
Our first customer was Fred Tilton. And he is dead, as dead gets. Poor guy.
Yep.
I tell you, you want to lose friends and join a hobby that makes you sad a lot.
Get in the CB.
Build amplifiers. And your customers are going to just be like, oh my God. I did
got
like 9 funerals last year, man.
Dude, I done been to over 50.
In 1 year.
Nope. And since I've been out here in Harvard.
I'm just talking 1 year.
I was just getting ready to tell you. I got a stack of obituaries because I scan them into my computer every time one died. I just went to a funeral here with my ex-supervisor on that job I was telling you about. His obituary is laying over there on top of that laptop getting ready to be scanned into that computer, man. I got stacks of them from people from way back. That's why I tell people, they go, man, why you don't talk on the CB no more? I simply tell them, because all my CB buddies are dead. Everybody that I used to talk to is dead. the new whippersnappers that's coming along today, they ain't got nothing to talk about. All they want to do,
It's hard to make friends.
key down, plug ears. That ain't my style.
It is hard to make friends in our business with what we do. You can't get nobody to get close to you, and then when somebody does get close to you, they're going to go run around and tell everybody else. God damn it.
Well,
You know.
do like I do, man. I just do me,
Right.
you know? And I treat everybody like I want to be treated. Now they'll tell you in a minute that if they cross me or do something stupid, I cuss them out. Right to their face, right here in the shop.
Or let them go.
If you come down here smelling like weed, I'm gonna get that spray and I'm gonna spray you. You don't believe me? Ask Ricochet. Ricochet, come down here smelling like that weed. Cause Magoo told him, Ricochet don't go in there like that. Tech Nine gonna have a fit. Don't go in there. Tech Nine run that in there. I run this out here. And he came in here smelling like that. Loud crap. I took that stuff and sprayed his ass with it. Ricochet said, damn, Tech. Doing like this. I smell like a bitch.
It still smells better than what you smelled like before you
I
come
said,
down here.
man, you know not to bring that junk in here. You know? So,
There is a sign that is on the way into this place. Well, there's many signs. But one of them says, absolutely do not even think about smoking
that's right.
near this garage.
That's the way my buddy Desert Man made that sign for me. He couldn't spell smoking, that's why I had to correct it. But
Was the thought that counted, right?
yeah. Don't even think about smoking. You know, I used to smoke for years, but when I caught COPD, my doctor told me, he said, do you smoke? I said, yep. He said, if you don't quit smoking, you're gonna die. And I quit. And I ain't smoked since. Because nobody had ever told me that.
When I quit smoking, I was sitting in traffic on my way to work, and I was like, what is that smell? What is that smell? And I had my air conditioning on. It was pulling fresh air in from the outside. And here this gal, 5 cars up, 2 lanes over, sitting there with a cigarette hanging out the window. And I'm like,
Do it smell that bad?
damn, I smelled like that for 20
Yep.
plus years.
Yep.
Can I steal a napkin from you, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need no more. I'm good.
Thank you, sir.
See my BBI sticker? See my
Oh,
real
there's
X-Force sticker?
there's going to be a couple more around here. You're just going to have to find them.
It's all right. I need an original. I took that off of a box.
That's not even the original. That's
Well, I'm
like
just
version
saying.
3.
Well, I took it. One of your boxes never came through here. So when it did,
You peeled that son of a bitch right off the
I
front.
heated it slowly, took it off. I even told the guy. He said, "I don't care." I said, "Man," I said, "I've been trying to get my hand on one of these. Not know I could call you and get
Just
one."
called me and I would have said,
I
sure,
know,
man, here
this-
you go.
To me, this
You're the
guy-
only guy in the country that'd say yes to that question, by the way.
You know, hey, that's got meaning right there. I said, now, I said, I did so and so. I stole that off his box. And I stole that off of X-Force box. But that's the original X-Force. That's not a blue label now. So I got 2 originals. So I'm good to go.
That's horrible that we had to have that standard. Oh, has it got a blue label on it? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's not worth a whole lot of money, man. I'm sorry, but... yeah, sorry.
and this thing here, when I saw you with your little smoke eater thing sitting on the desk with all the lights, and I saw it in the store and they wanted $35 for it, I said, I could make me one of them.
Okay, power supply is 20 bucks. The voltmeter, 20 bucks. Another $5 in connector. Another $8 in wire. The little hood unit, I think you manufactured that yourself, but it's
Yep.
still got about $10, $15 worth of material. Love it though.
It's got 2 fans, 24-volt fans.
I got this thing now
Yeah.
that I got this thing that hangs down from the ceiling that I pull over and it just pulls it all straight up. Oh, you overclocked your power supply.
Yes. I got 24-volt fans in there. And I can make it when I'm
See, now I
soldering.
would pull out my vape pipe and I'd show them how well that works.
Yep.
But I have a feeling that you would knock the teeth out of the front of my head if I did that in your shop.
Yeah, no vaping. It has a smell to it.
Yeah, it does. Everything's got a smell, man.
I know, but loud and vaping and all that stuff, man. This guy is dead now, 653 in New Jersey.
I figured that pack of smokes has got some sentimental value to it.
What it do? When I fixed his amplifier, that's what he sent the money in. Inside of the box. He sent the money in that. He sent me money in a toothpaste box. I threw that out before I could think about it. And I'm glad I kept that because I found out from 392 that he was dead. 653 in New Jersey. And so I keep that up there.
Well, I guess it's better than him sending it in, used girlfriend panties or something.
No, yeah. Yep. I call this the sun. When I really need to see, I turn that on. But man,
The track lighting I've got in my little workspace. Okay, I see.
I had 3 in there. One
Right.
of the sockets went out. But it still didn't stop the brightness. So it's bright as hell. That's why when you turn the camera on, I say, I can give you all the lights you need.
Well, it's kind of like there's been a video or two shot right there.
I still got this one up. Shoot the down shot from the computer. I still got them 2 up. I got one oh, okay.
Hey, I'm
Got
good.
one over the drums. Pointing down on the drums. Shoot, man. I'm a camera freak. Look. I can see every corner.
God, it's still raining out there.
Truck in the driveway, 2 cars in the garage, front door, down the back this way, this side of the patio, that side of the patio, and that one up there. Watch this.
You got tilt pan zoom, just like I got.
No, watch this. Yeah, I can do it with each one, but check this out. Watch this.
I'm watching. Yeah, tilt.
That's on my beams. I'm
Right.
moving my beams. I'm not moving the camera. The camera's hooked on my beams. Look at that. I can look around the whole house.
I got a little black box up on my tower too.
Yep.
It sits up there about 50 foot. Spin it all around, go see what's going on all the way around my house. But
That's why I do that one during the daytime. This is the truck. I can zoom in and do that stuff you was talking about, Same with the
no,
garage.
I got motorized gimbals in mine.
See?
Yeah, there's cameras everywhere. I feel very safe in this place.
Yep.
That and we're well below ground level here.
Yep. 8 feet under. This is a sub basement.
Sub basement.
Yeah, the family room is actually, the basement, but this is the sub. So this summer, I'm taking the bar out, and I'm moving my drums over to that
Because
corner.
I don't think anybody's really drank at that thing in a long time.
Ain't nobody not here. Ain't nobody never drank that. It's not long as it's been here. And it's a wet bar too. So I gotta have my new plumber guy to come and
Cap it all.
cap all that off. And then I'm gonna put the drums over there in that corner. I had that professor sign made at the last thing up in Grand Rapids. That mirror that's on the wall over there. Well, you can't see it. It's,
Oh, I can see right here.
oh yeah. I had that made at the one.
With the Spider-Man face on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you decided you didn't want people to have to drive 900 miles to get their boxes fixed. Where did you start learning?
In the little house.
Who taught you?
Nobody. Me. And anything that I do, I teach.
Nobody come along and taught you what
Nope.
a resistor
Nope.
was?
I already knew all that shit.
Okay, where'd you learn that from?
From stereo, from working with stereo equipment and all that stuff back in the everything I've ever learned. Building speakers, installing car stereos, installing sunroof, working on cars. All that stuff I learned on my own. Nobody showed me nothing. I learned all. I am a self-taught whatever I am. I didn't go to school for none of this shit. I ain't read no books.
I read a lot of books.
I ain't read no books. I did hands-on.
You do know how to read, I know that.
Yeah, I know how to read. But look, you check this the thing. To me, the best thing ever came along was YouTube.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? It's YouTube. Because a lot of stuff I learned from YouTube that I never knew. But a lot of this stuff from all of this stuff you see here, you know, that's all learned by me. I got a console sitting back there where all that bubble wrap is. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna move that speaker. I built that thing in 1978. And it's still over there. It works. I just don't use it anymore.
Oh yeah, I see all the bubble wrap now.
20 channel console. That can go in the big can. Right in the room. Pull the top off and drop it.
Right in here?
Yep, right in the laundry room /
Dude, I gotta tell you that regulator unit that you've got,
the regulator tester.
that thing is friggin' impressive.
Yep. There is a 105 amp Leesnerville back there. And you notice how quiet it is when I turn it on.
Well, yeah.
It's in a padded case.
Short doors.
It's in a padded case. Oh, you got to remember the duck.
The duck, man. I got a duck. Oh, that hurt, man. Made my whole skull crack.
Oh.
Ah, fat kid down.
Well, look on the bright side. You can't sue me because that's in the clause. If you're over 6 foot and don't remember the duck, you will be a duck. Pool shark, he got used to it now. Pool shark is about 6'4", 6'5".
I'm 6'4", and that
And
hurt.
he done learn this lesson. That's his. Matter of fact, that little box that's sitting there, that belonged to him. He can come get it. That's my buddy.
So over here, this door jamb. Oh shoot! Of course, ain't not enough light over here.
You need light?
This door jamb here meets me at about eye level. That hurt.
Wow.
Man, it hurt. Oh. So you're a self-taught bully.
Yep. Nobody taught me nothing. I learned all this junk on my own by experimenting, hands-on. I'm creative with my hands. I take stuff just like that box over there. Look like it. Both of them look like they come out the factory. Everything's lined up. I'm a neat freak. Everything got to be perfect.
You got a place for like everything.
Yep.
I admire that.
Them speakers, I bought them speakers from the Ham Fest for 50 bucks. And I spent about $300 on them, fixing them the way I want them, putting padding in them and making them so when I kick them drums over there, they don't bust. All that stuff, man.
How big is your Hamfest here?
They have two in Peatone. One's a small one and one's a big one. So they down there in Peatone at the fairground. And it's a big fairground. So when they had a big Ham Fest, it takes up the whole fairground. When they had a little one, I go to the big one now. I used to go to the little one too because the fan lady used to be there, but she dead now.
The fan. So we got the fan guy.
Yeah, we had the fan lady.
Yeah.
That's why I used to buy the blowers and put on the boxes, on the 16 pills and the 32 pills and all that stuff back in the day.
How many amps do you think you've built now? No, just guess.
No, I ain't got to
Hey,
guess.
this is all public record, man. We're gonna lie. So whatever the number is, we're gonna triple it.
Okay, you ain't got
It's 3 times the amount of felonies that we can go to jail for.
I don't care. I don't care what they do. Oops. Let me put the right thing in here. Okay. Control H. SOLD DD dash. This amp, when I build that one, it'll be 487.
What's your problem? You're slow.
That little amp right there. 487 amps built by me, by hand, just me, by myself, just me.
Like I said, you're slow. What's the problem?
Nope, I'm not slow. I think that's pretty good for an old cotton mill like me, and to be all over the world.
So let's jump away from us BSing for a minute. First off, let me say sorry for the wind noise. We got down there and it was so hot. It was just so hot that day and humid, and I was sweating like crazy. And he had this blower that was on that was moving air across the room. Perfect for him, but where he was setting it, he shut it off, and I'm like, I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference. It was a mistake. We left the blower on. So first off, I apologize for the wind noise, but this next little quick segment, just a quick little video, we were out running his truck in his shop, and what he was showing me was how hard the engine pulls down. He's got several fairly large alternators underneath the hood of this truck. Yeah, when he steps on it, the alternator drags the motor down where the motor almost stops. So I think you guys will appreciate this. Check this out. Hit it! That's what we call horsepower and load. Hell yeah! Yeah, buddy! He revs the crap out of that engine, man. Dude, that thing purrs like a kitten, that truck. It's never seen the rain. Never been out in the rain. It's a neat truck. Anyhow, let's get on with us sitting there talking, because we got a lot of video to go.
So that's both of them. They got capacitors in there the size of beer cans. It's 8 in each one. The rectifiers that's in there is this big. There's 6 in each one.
Now, are those man inches or are those real world inches?
Yeah, those man inches. Them things.
Shut up, BBI.
Well, listen. What made me change it to the big rectifiers was that box that you was looking for, which was a white and a black skull cracker, 64 pill that used to belong to
I never looked for that. That used to belong to 250.
But anyway, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, we was on the phone and you said, man, where's that box? I said, it's in Mississippi now. I got it to working and Body Be Bad
No,
sold it.
I was looking for the one that's black on black.
No, this one is black on white.
Right, that was built by 250, Dwayne.
Well,
yeah.
okay, well, it wasn't finished and I finished it, got it working, Body Be Bad, ran it for a while, broke a crank, and he sold it. But I keyed that thing on here when I had those little bullshit rectifiers on there.
The little 50 amp Bridgers.
Yeah, I used to use them back in the day. But
We didn't have anything else. That's all you could use.
yeah, so I hit it with that thing and it popped two of them. And number 991 said, man, you need to go see Black Magic in the cornfield. He got some big rectifiers you can put in there. God rest his soul. And I said, well, Magic, if I put these in here, man, I got all these transformers. What am I supposed to do? He says, just like turning on another alternator. Hook them all together. So when you put on more, you get more amps. I said, oh, and it's working. And it runs this, which the fans, turn the fans on. That runs this. And let's just do the 3 pill. The 3 pill turned right there. Get off of this. Let's see where we at here. That's the 3 pill. Oh, and that's on RMS. So if I go to peak,
it's gone.
corner.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? So that's running off of these, and you can see the voltage right there. See right there? Look over there. See that 22 volt meter? Watch this. Oh.
Well, you have it down to about 14.
Yep. And that's what runs that big thing. Now this, turn that off. Turn this on. This
I can't help but admire that foot pedal there.
Yeah. I got that from you.
You lie, you lie, you
No,
lie.
I got that from you.
I know, you told me about the foot
Yeah, I
pedal.
seen
But
it on, man, you know how many of these things I done got for people? Instead of running them little...
do you understand that's a $20 fucking fix?
I know that, look.
Yeah,
Instead
them
of
things
this
are
here,
worthless.
Instead of that, well, they work, but this work forever. 5 pill
That's
turn all the way
bulletproof is
down.
what that is.
Oh, look at that. Oh, just like that. Just like that. Right now, power. And that's running off of them. These are hooked to the bench. Those. The first one was mine. The second one was North Stars.
What's number 1 and number 2 here? Top one or the bottom one?
The bottom one is a 510 amp. Top one is what is that top one? I forgot.
420.
420. And I got them tied together. This one used to sit way up there. But I had that long cable in it and it was losing juice. So I set it on top of that one, hooked them together, ran the cables right here to this, and boom. I seen the same number that I see when I bill a power supply and set it on this desk and run it here, which is hooked to the bottom variac. Each one of these is hooked to these, coming off of a 30 amp dedicated line from the box.
I was going to ask you what the big variac was for. Now I know.
Yeah, it runs the power supplies. Them 2 big ones there, which run anything I set on this bench. I don't care what it is. And I don't make them like this anymore with all them switches.
Yeah.
That's
You move forward, you learn
it
more.
wasn't a waste because my concept was I could take it all the way down to a 30 amp.
Right.
Just turn them off, But
That's why I dig those HP supplies, is because there's no current there.
yeah, you just
Ching, ching, ching. You
turn
just
them off.
ding, 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 ding,
But
turn
what
them
I
on.
do now is I take the big 200 amp and to turn all of them on at one gizmo now. Boom. And they work.
What kind of contactor are you using? I seen a YouTube video about it. I know, I'm asking for them.
Oh. It's a 200 amp, 12 volt.
Okay.
And I take a separate
So
12 volt power supply and
Right.
put in there to turn on, to turn the current on for all the rest of them.
It's a solenoid.
And I always use MOV on the switch, across the switch, to catch the spike from when you turn it on. That way, I'm looking good all the way around. I don't have to worry about burning up switches. Cause
You're looking good. No, you're saving yourself that arc.
I burnt up the regular power switches on these, and I put house switches in them, and I ain't had no problem out of them. And I know why. Because house switches come with built-in MOVs.
Right. And they engineer the click noise in it so you know that you've mechanically done something.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. I should put North Star's monkey on YouTube just for the hell of it.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do it
It's
tomorrow.
late, man.
I know.
It's late.
I know.
I am tired.
I have to get over here and look at this thing every now and then. It's beautiful. Boy, this is an oldie but goodie here. I made this a long time. I just switched it to HGs a while back for the guy. Yep.
I remember when I got the 16 DO8s for prototyping, and I told North, I said, stop. Because he's scattered. Like, our goal, my goal, working with North, was to get a part that we could put in all of this shit that's out there floating around. And it cross. Where we didn't have to change.
All you gotta do is
we didn't
X
have to-
933. He put anything in anything.
we where it wouldn't maybe change the cap up or down a couple puff, but I mean it was close. And to get him to understand what I was talking about, because he had been working with forever, and God, it was a lot of work. But when he came out with a 16 DO8 design, I was like, okay, that's it, stop. It's close enough. So far, it seems to be working for everybody, I guess. I don't know. I've only bought maybe 18 to 20,000 of them. How many have you bought?
Shit, I don't know. I don't even count. I
only know it because I saved the little foam trays because I like to stack them up at the end of the year.
Yeah, I don't.
This is what I bought this year, you guys. Here's 2.5 feet of foam trays.
All I know is they work. As long as you don't try to overdrive them and do all that crazy stuff.
Volt them, overdrive them.
Yeah, they last, man. I mean, I run them here, there, there. Well, that's got real Toshibas in it because, like I said, he traded that DD500 in, on that, doing that thing for him. And I made it staged.
Which has got more heat sink in it.
Yeah, because I use the Texas Star.
I will never build another staged amplifier ever again.
Why? What happened?
People are idiots.
Well, that's true.
The people are idiots. I built that one, I called it the Space Shuttle box. You've seen the video where it's got like 50. He wanted to run the 2 pill by itself, or run the 2 into the 4, or run the 2 into the 12, or run the 12 into the 24, and the inside of that amp looked like spaghetti. And at about the 5th time it came back, I said, you know what, dude? The 2 pill section's coming out, and the 4 pill section's coming out. And I'll send it back to you with the other 2 amps in it. It was why? I said, because you're stupid. He goes, excuse me? I said, you're stupid. you've blown this box up now 3 or 4 times because you can't remember which way the switches are set, and you run your 100-watt radio into the 2-pill,
Yeah, that's
or
crazy.
your other radio that does 650 watts, you run it into the 2-pill because you forget where your switches are set.
My first base.
No more stage dams for me. I'm done.
Was my first base unit. Well, this the first one out I'm building over 20 years. Cause I built my first base unit. It was a 1, driving 2, driving 16. I had 3 switches in there to work them all. Okay.
Yep.
And shit, I
I don't
hadn't.
know what it is. If you
I
just
hadn't
separate
done
the
it in
amps
so
out,
long.
no problem.
Well, I hadn't done it in so long. Like with this box, I wired the relay up and stuff, and it wasn't working right. And I said, man, what am I doing wrong? I kept saying, for a day, when all I had to do, and I tell everybody make mistakes, all I had to do was go get this little book right here. Where I keep
I got mine out in the truck. I got mine in the truck.
Okay.
I call it my Bible.
Yeah, all I had to do,
Oh, look, you've even numbered the pages. God, man, you are anal. Love
Yeah.
it.
look here, all I had to do was go in here and get this. It was drawn right here. All I had to do was look at the stupid diagram. Y'all see this?
It's called notes.
You see
Us
it?
real amp builders, we take notes.
Yeah, you see that? You see that little jumper right there? Instead of having it jumped across here like this, I had it from here to there. The 1-pill would key, but the 4-pill wouldn't key. But the 1-pill and the 4-pill would key together, but the 4-pill wouldn't key. That's all it was. All I had to do was open this up and look at my notes. Two, 4.
Okay, so you're adding 33 puff to the pass-through to help for the inductance bump.
Right.
I like your notes. I like your notes. Now, if you wanted to do individual tuning for each one of the sections for this pass-through, you'd do it here. And then you'd eliminate this capacitor here. That makes sense?
Yeah. Man, shoot, I got notes. When I built my
I got
first,
a little black book that's the same way.
when I built my first 400 amp rectifier thing, power supply thing, high power supply. I got this book from my friend Alley Cat, and I write everything down in here. Key and circuit, the sideband delay, all of that stuff. All I had to do was, I worked on that thing for like a day and a half, and I got up this morning and fixed it. Let's see.
I'm to the point where I can't commit all of it to memory anymore.
No, man, you got to write this stuff down.
I write down everything. If I come up with something
Look
that
at
works
this.
really good, I go
See?
make a note. I mean, what's
Leroy
wrong
Brown's DD 2000 HG, back-to-back 16-pill, which I don't like building. I do not like back-to-back boxes. I like
with that? You talking back to back as 2 sections?
back-to-back instead of straight in line. I
Right.
like straight in line boxes.
So 32 pill.
It's straight in line. It's not back-to-back. But I done built a 32 pill back-to-back for Ricochet. It's still working. First DD 4000 for the ground up. This is the one the guy said the box got all tore
Oh,
up.
the one that, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that was built on 628. And this one I'm building now, this is the second one. I just had to finish that. And then I was working with that, and I said I'm gonna finish that next. No, I'm gonna do this for number 5. That ain't nothing.
Yeah, because you got to, oh, don't worry, but just bring it to me in 2 days.
Yeah. And I've written everything down in here, man. This is my book. I got this book from Alley Cat a long time ago when I first
Well,
started.
when you go on to God, can you write down in that book someplace, send to BBI?
Look at that. Look at that's the first thing I wrote in that book. See what date that is up in the corner? Yeah. And we talking 23 years ago? Come on, man.
After you put the leads on the transistor, turn on the power, read the center meter. Now apply bias voltage or base voltage slowly
Yep.
to the center meter as you turn the dial clockwise. When the center meter peaks out to 15, turn on the base voltage counterclockwise until the center meter goes back to normal read. So you're zeroing out. Okay. Now look at the gate voltage meter and read the current band on the transistor. No shit, inboard, huh?
Yep. Interesting, ain't it?
I don't love it. No, look at this step-by-step notes. So I do all of this, I don't even think about it anymore, but I remember learning all this, like, so 4-turn or 7-turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you look here,
464 trimmer, why you need it there. You got all these notes written out. Just
look on the wall right there. You see that bird meter thing?
yeah.
I made that myself, and I checked it. I ain't talking about the meter. I'm talking about to show you how to read the bird meter. A lot of guys don't really know how to read the meter.
Dude, that is no joke.
Okay,
That is no joke.
So, let me see if I got any more in here. I should have some more somewhere.
So you're talking the diagram with the meter element on the.
Look here.
Hey man, I'm just
Put
sitting
the-
here. I'm
look.
just sitting here enjoying your porn that you just handed me. This is
Yeah,
awesome.
Put that on your wall when you go back. Look at that. And I still had the original one.
No shit. Look at that.
This is the original one I made here. Oh, that's it.
Do you mind if I put this on my webpage or in the video?
Fine. Look, I even got that in here.
He's got written down in his little book here where he's picked up all the parts and what multi-pack of resistors he had to buy at Radio Shack to be able to get the right part
That's right. Back in the day.
for good forward swing. I'm telling you, when you go on to God, I don't care about any of this. I want this book. Because I got all this. This I want. This is like, no. I got the same thing with all of my shit in it.
Mm-hmm.
Just nothing written out. Just pictures with numbers next to the little parts. So I can look at it and go, oh, yeah. To make that 50 volt bipolar transistor, I needed to put
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I feel sorry for my wife. Because
Why
when
is
I
that?
die, she's got to figure out what to do with all that shit.
Well, mine is already. That's already done. That's been done. They know. She's gonna know who in charge of selling all of this shit. Everything. It's all been put on paper, notarized, and everything. It's done.
Using my 22 volt power supply system,
Mm-hmm.
I put one power supply on the DD100V. Well, gentlemen, I want to stop here just kind of midstream as we're getting started in this video, and I want to thank the Patreon supporters for, well, joining me in being able to make this channel possible. Let's see, I think, yeah, these guys over here. These guys here, the Patreons. Patreon is a program that allows us to be able to show support to YouTube creators like myself. YouTube does not pay anything, especially for this little market that we're in with the radio thing. If you've ever learned anything from me, or learned anything from the healing bench here behind me, and you want to try and figure out a way to try and show support, just come on over to patreon.com/bbiamps.com and come create a little account and come join. The Patreon supporters get access to all the YouTube videos 48 hours before they come out, which comes in very handy if you're looking to buy an amp or buy a piece of equipment. You'll have access to it before anybody else anywhere. They also get daily updates on what I'm working on every day, and there's a bunch of behind the scenes content that I create and I throw up on there, usually on the daily for those guys. So for you guys that are wanting to say thank you, it's a good way to be able to show a little bit of support. It costs $1. $1. That's all I'm asking. And I don't know, I try to create content that you guys in there that are going to enjoy it. So you might want to think about coming and joining us. They are the reason that we're able to go travel and do these kind of interviews. The other thing I want to do is I want to say thank you to 12 down in California around the valley. My friend 12 called me up about a year ago and said, what do we got to do to get more content like this? If you guys don't know, this is part of a huge series where I'm traveling around and I'm interviewing people before we lose them. I'd like to get these people while they're in their prime and they're able to talk and walk and think, and I want to go get them. And I said, well, you know as well as I do, 12, the only thing that this takes is time and money. So when this trip, which it took me a year to figure out how to do it, and it took me about that same amount of time to save up the money for it, and it also took about that amount of time to be able to get all the equipment together to be able to do it. When this opportunity came up, I called up 12 and he was willing to step in. He helped a little bit. So that's the reason that we're seeing over here on this side of the screen, 12 in the Valley Productions. It's just my way of saying thank you to him. So on that note, let's roll on with the video. And gentlemen, I want to say thank you for joining and following along. And if you get a chance, hit thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, you might want to think about it and click it and make sure to hit the bell notification so you know when I put up a new video. Let's go, gentlemen. Here we go.
Now, I need to take this, do me a little clamping right in here. Yeah, he should be happy with this little one pill gizmo here. Oh. Do what? Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Go out to the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And bring me one of them wine coolers. One of the, one with,
Bahama or?
I don't know, one with colors. With a color. A good color, not that blue color.
What is a
You
good
still
color?
got the ones you bought for the.
Yeah, it's
For the
some
picnic?
it's some left in there. Just give me one.
What is a good color? What is a good color?
I don't know. That's why I kept
Well,
asking, trying to probe him for it.
Anything but a blue.
Jamaican me happy.
Yeah, that's fine.
If
it's
Jamaican me
you
horny?
know that Jamaican me happy is blue.
I mean,
No.
Jamaican me horny, Mr. Thomas?
Huh? Oh,
Oh,
crazy too. What? Yeah, this is I get this thing here done and get it powered up for number 5. Then I made this. I didn't make this, but I made this thing for him without even looking at this.
What is that?
This is for his antenna. Doc Nelson had made him an antenna, and Doc Nelson had it turned with some of that rope stuff. He had to open the garage, or we never closed it. He had it with some
I
rope.
closed it when I went out.
Yeah, he had it made out of that rope wire, and the weather was getting to it. So I made this. I sprayed it, put this here. I made him 2. So I gotta call him and ask him what
He totally forgot to close the garage. Oh, no, there it goes.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
but
a good guy, dude.
oh yeah. So I told him, I said, man, I can make one better than that. And he was here. He was like, you can? I said, now when I got the stuff, I turned a couple and they wasn't quite long enough. Give me this one.
Which one? I knew you were gonna grab Berry.
Yeah. So I said, I got some thicker material. I said, I can spray it with the clear. and the weather won't bother it, and you could talk on this thing, for the little, the watts that you're running through it. And it's hooked to like, I call them free floating antennas where the hot go over here and the ground go over there, and it's not hooked to the beam.
Split
Yep.
element.
Yep, and he was able to use this. So now I gotta make him another one, but I don't know if he want me to make him one of these too. Cause I probably got something that I could do this with. I got some of this stuff here somewhere. But anyway, he left this. I know what he want me to do with these. Put on this and put some wire on here.
Real
But
wire.
I want to take these old DEIs out of here and put some HGs in there. So, but I got to finish this little thing here first and see how much little junk I can squeeze out of it for number 5. So,
3,000 watts.
yeah, that's probably what I need. 3,000 watts. DBI, you don't drink beer?
No.
Oh, okay. Cause I got
No,
Modelo. I got Modelo. I got Miller Lite. I think it is out there.
no, I don't drink, my man.
Yep, me either. But these coolers, every once in a while, they'll cool me off.
Right, whatever it takes.
So I drink me one of
Especially
these.
when you're 8 feet underground.
Turn it to 6. See what's on 6. What's the matter, too much?
No, I'm just laughing.
Which way you pointed?
Huh?
That's off. All right. Which way you pointed?
I'm pointing east. That thing don't work. I use my beams. I'm pointing east.
Do I need to send you another control box? I got like 10.
It ain't the control box.
It's the sending unit at the top?
Sending unit at the top. Yep.
I got about 10 of them too. You want one of them?
Yeah, I ain't taking that thing down.
ain't taking
and
that
put
bitch down?
No, I ain't taking that down.
I understand.
Hey, I can look right on that camera and it tell me where I'm pointing.
Right?
Yep. I ain't had that thing been broke for 20 years and it still work. I'm always looking east unless I talk down south to somebody. I don't turn my beam north, I don't turn them out west, north. Let me see what I'm looking for, 150.
God, where I'm at, the chicken tracks is dead 99% of the time.
Huh?
Oh, talking about the railroad tracks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You called it the chicken track?
Yeah. That's what we call it up north. Railroad tracks in 11. It's dead. I mean, it's like, to see this thing laying over at 30 all day yesterday was amazing.
Yeah, them guys, man, they be out there. I got it. See all them CB cookouts I got?
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm the only person that can grab a Weber
See, you
micro.
got 2 white cookouts.
Yeah. Do you got a picture of that little barbecue that I barbecued
Being
for
straight?
50 people on?
Yeah, go start shooting, brother. Hey,
That's
buddy,
409.
how y'all doing? Don't I look good?
Hell to the no.
Hell to the no.
That was me telling them hell no.
What your name is, sir?
Call me the ass.
How you doing? Are you little ass whooper? No, this big ass whooper, that's little ass whooper. Big ass whooper, little ass whooper.
No. That's Gorilla La La.
Nah, this here right here, this is 5'2".
Lick the hell out of that.
That's 5'3".
That's what happens
5'5"
when they
over
eat
there.
my chicken wings. Right there.
You ain't gonna leave a drop on that bone, are you?
Nope.
He ain't leave nab piece of damn gristle of meat on nab freaking bone. Look at that bone.
Fuck your dog. 4-6 is stopping
Feed him his
4-9.
every day,
Stupid.
paying his rent once a month.
You see them ribs I read? They don't have no
You know
sauce
I ain't
on
got
them.
no sense to it. Boy, look at all these trucks out here, clean, shined up, purdy. We got old 6-pack with the Hummer. Oh, look, another day. Boy, look at that.
Oh, now Now he gonna see me act the fool. Oh, you'll see me act the fool when I get around the guys. Oh, and my favorite saying is on the back of that shirt.
What's up, 351?
Oh, damn!
That's right.
That's
right.
me.
That's right. Hold on, let me go grab my thing out the truck. Oh yeah, this that new ride on the block, y'all.
I put them alternators on for him.
Big boy alternator too. 270s.
He got the same. Those are
I call it
350s.
Bye, Saturday night.
320s.
You out there, you
Those
get
are
caught
350s.
Till they get whooped by an extra.
It's gonna
We know
take
a
your
guy.
ass on the last ride. Boy, look at that work.
They call
Look
him
at that,
Chico.
look at that.
Everybody in
Look at that.
Illinois
Breaker,
uses
breaker.
him.
That's that 409 Windy City.
Unless they go to...
That's his truck, man. He got a fucking.
He's a
He bought a truck that's different.
That don't got no back seats.
All I see is skulls with flames that knock the hell out of cotton pickle. Oh, he got big skull back there. That look like that's gonna hurt somebody. What's that in here? 64 pills, take now? Everybody see that big old battleship back there, that DD-4000. They said, what's that, a 64? I wish it was. I might not get beat up on. He made me. He like
Now,
to
his
break me, too.
32
He like
pill
Debo. When he come out and
is
start
in the
talking, I be quiet.
Same size
But
box.
when his ass leave, I'll be talking again.
Know what? Nope. Yeah, watch this.
Okay.
That's no
One
white,
monitor
no white,
to the
no
other.
white,
Got
no
it.
white,
Side
no
by
white,
side.
no white. He doing the thing today.
And then he said,
Okay, it's 32 pills what now?
His 32 pill
Yeah.
is in the same size cabinet as my 64 pill. He got two 24-inch heat sinks with 16 pills on each heat sink.
Lots of key down time.
Yep.
and he uses it. He used to use it.
Yeah,
not
he
no
used to
more.
use it, not no more, but he used
You know,
to.
that's the hard part about building an amp for anybody that you don't know, like you don't personally know. Because right now, I mean, let's face it, we've really kind of, how small can we make the heat sink? We're at the bottom end of like the minimum, you know what I mean? And then you meet a guy, you'd really like to get to know him. Say, hey, is this guy really heavy on the mic? Is he going to sit there and hold this down for, 2-3 minutes at a time? How big of a heat sink do I need to put on? How aggressive a fan do I need to put on it? That's the rough bit, So you know most of your customers. You got people around you.
Yep.
That crew of guys who went to breakfast with this morning was awesome.
Yep. Well, you ain't seen nothing yet. You need to see a lot of the rest of them that comes this way. And that's one thing they do. Like you seen this morning, they take care of the professor.
This looks horrible. You call yourself an amp builder with that level of technology line. Man, that looks horrible.
Thank you. I love it when you talk dirty to me. I love it when you talk dirty to me.
Of course, Thomas. Anything for you.
Ah, boy, look. Hey,
Call him Thomas again.
Magoo and them gonna eat that up, ain't they?
Hey,
So the joke has been, shut up, too wide. Apparently, I call everybody Mr. and then like M or T or D or whatever.
and then you made the mistake.
And then I call him
Thomas.
Mr. Thomas. Now, so far since I've been here, I've heard Spider, Driver,
Bizzo.
Bizzo, Techna. I just call you Thomas because that is your Christian birth-given name, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But in CB,
I say, Mr.
we use handles.
No, we do not.
Yep.
No, what?
We use handles.
No.
And when
I missed that memo day. What?
well,
No.
Well, this is from Red Demon, RD. That man right up there.
Oh, my
He
wife
said-
called me. Okay.
He said, he asked me my name when I first met him. I said, Spider-Man, 5'2". He said, what's your real name? And then I told him, Thomas E. Washington. He said, when you die and I go to your funeral, they're not gonna have Spider-Man or 5'2". I need to know your real name so I can read it off the board.
Right.
And I've been doing that ever since when somebody say, what's your name? In CB, we say CB.
So
That's
anyhow,
CB.
his friends have been giving him shit because they call him, yes, Mr. Jefferson.
No,
Mr.
it was
Thomas.
not
Yes,
that. It's because
We listening to what?
everybody you call B, T, Mr. B, Mr. like Mr. Black, you were talking
Like they
about.
don't want their
Like-
names to be
Like
called.
their names
Right.
don't want to be called.
Let me go get
so
some
you
wire.
call them by their initial,
Right.
So when you started talking about Thomas,
Yeah.
we like, oh, we can't call him Thomas.
Well, that's a you problem.
No, none of us in CB will call him. He'll call me Tech 9, and his name just changed recently after the death of Mr. Doc Nelson, because Doc Nelson gave him the name the Professor. So after Doc Nelson died, he became the Professor. Before that, everything was Tech 9, Tech 9, Tech 9. Spizzle comes from his spinning days as a DJ.
That's nice. That's good wire, man.
Amazon.
Right?
Amazon.
Dude, I'm starting to fall in love with Temco.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I get all of these from.
The 150s.
No.
103s. Your 103 and your 104 is about your two most
Yep.
common capacitors that are used.
Yep.
I'm learning from a guy, that knows a guy. That knows a guy.
You stupid too.
But
It's like
yeah,
if he wanted to, he could cut these in half and go down to 2 disc capacitors if he wanted to put 2 104s in there.
I
Instead
know.
of having 3
Been there, done that.
103s.
I know. Been there,
But the
done
3
that.
103s help spread it out a little bit. It
Been there, done that.
a
And
little
also-
characteristics
and
to
it
all of
also
it, right?
it also helps with the standing wave up in here.
Yep.
So, because if you look in some Texas Stars, they got 2 and 1, and it still works. But the reflex a little high. That's why I don't deviate from this. This keeps the standing wave perfect in this 1 peel section. It's all right to go and do stuff and do
Dude,
things.
we were just talking. We're not saying you're doing anything wrong. 'Cause
Oh, I
if you're
know
doing
I'm-
something wrong, that'd be a whole
know-
different
look,
attitude.
I know I'm not.
what the hell you
Look.
doing?
What the hell?
I know I'm not, because other people do things their way and I do things my way. And I don't complain about their way and they don't complain about mine, because it works. I do what works for me. They do what works for them. And it don't bother me what they do. Never have, never will.
How much time you think it takes you to do a 32 beginning to end? No cabinet, no board, no heatsink. Straight up from the bottom.
3
to the
days. If I got everything. 3 days. I done it before. 3 days. If I got everything. 3 days.
bottom. It's 3 or 4 for me, yeah.
Yep. 3 days, man. Don't take me no time. If I got all the parts,
You were trying to call me?
if I got all the parts, I can build everything.
Yeah. We kind of started chatting and I lost track of time.
Do-do-do-do. Yep,
Is
Amazon,
Mike on?
man.
Oh yeah, I gotta get going.
Yeah, you got to get going.
He hung up the fucking phone on me.
You know why,
I don't
don't
give a
you?
shit, because I don't go nowhere. I'm the guy that doesn't
Yeah, you
never
the, one,
go
you the
out.
guy that stay at home and take care of the
Yeah.
dog and all of that stuff.
Hey man, don't make me sound like I'm a wuss. What's wrong with you?
Well, hey.
No, it's just she got. See, I used to go out and party and drink and hang out with the guys, and I quit that many years, over 15 years ago. And now she's so used to me being at home that when I go out, she gets bothered. It's like, hello, every now and then, a human being needs to get out and interact with other people.
And my wife was like, don't let the door hit you on the ass.
Yeah, no, my
Of
wife.
course,
they used
we
to
both
say-
work from home, and she's, yeah.
Yeah.
Now they used to say, don't let the doorknob hit you with a bulldog bit you. That shit. All right. That's
All right, Mr. BBI.
2 watt, be good, man.
Nice meeting you.
all right, too. What I get
Face
back
to
with you.
face.
Tell your
So when you-
tell your better half that we're grateful that she let you be out of the house for so long.
And another thing you probably don't remember that I'm gonna remind you was I was the one that told you that he was getting better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm the same guy. You know why? We're on the phone every single day. Every single day.
Yeah, you
we're on
called
the
him
phone.
last night and reminded him to take his meds, too.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
me.
Yeah, I know.
I call him in the morning. Your
And-
ass
and-
is still alive.
As soon as he got off the phone, he goes, yep, we got to go back to the house.
Oh, that's who he was talking. You were talking to him.
Because we was
Okay.
pulling
He goes,
off.
my,
going to
friend, he
get
goes,
some
my
meat.
friends take good care of me. They just remind me I need to take my meds. Let's go back to the house.
Yeah, the
So,
one
all
at
right.
night I get him all the time because I know Angel be here during the morning time.
Yeah, my wife
So
called
she'll
me.
be on his ass. But at night, sometimes he'll come down here and she'll lay down and she'll fall asleep. So I call him, hey, take your damn medicine.
No,
That's
I'm
not
not
you.
putting 50 foot of wire on here for his ass. If he want more
It's a
wire.
him problem.
Look, if he want more wire, you buy more wire.
Shit. Put about 3 feet. That's because I'm
Nope.
too lazy to reach all the way over to the terminal.
Nope.
Come on, BBI. What is it? Oh, no. Gotcha with the knee.
Oh.
No, I just thought you were going to push back on him.
No, I'm okay.
Clean your screen off. It's all cloudy.
Yeah, they don't, man, they
Oh, yeah,
they,
nah,
they,
shit.
they need
No,
to
it's
clean
because
they need to clean the
twisted it,
lenses on their stuff. No, I was out of it. I was out of it this morning. I never leave my coffee cup down here. From last night, I was still woozy. Look at this, my
I
coffee
can't
cup.
believe you were still going at 1
My
o'clock.
coffee cup
Jay,
is still.
turn around. Hold on. I got it.
Oh, you want me? You want me to get over here?
Okay, yeah.
All right, so you can get a. Wait a minute, where's my hat? Give me my hat, my lucky hat.
Yeah.
This is my lucky hat.
Y'all motherfuckers look like y'all gonna gang up on somebody. Well, I like everything just came out. That's badass.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yep.
Got that super panoramic mode there.
No, I got it on professional video. I mean professional. You put it on professional, professional picture, professional video, and it just does something
Yeah.
to the pictures, boy, that make them look good. But Mr. BBI,
Does it got
Nice
a filter on
meeting
it
you.
that takes 100 pounds off my ass?
don't you think I'd be using 3 of them?
Jesus. Yeah, put it on 3 times.
Have a
Two
good one,
wa-
brother, man.
be
Nice
good.
meeting you.
All right, you
Uh,
what? I'll get back with you, brother.
Yeah. You gonna hit the switch, right? When I get out? No, when I get out. I don't have a problem
All right, I'll call it.
when I get out. All right, BBI, have a good one.
See you, bud.
Check.
Yeah.
Don't forget the fucking medicine.
Hey, did you get your grill?
No, I'm gonna go grab it right now.
Well, you gotta open the gate.
Oh, then you gotta open it.
Nope, you open the gate. Just bring me my key
Yeah,
back.
try
I'm
it.
not walking way out.
No, I ain't gonna be able to get it out. Your truck is too close
What?
between the gate.
Oh, I'll move.
You
I
will
need-
be able to get that grill
No,
out of
he
there.
parked it right up on the door.
Yeah, I'll move right now.
He up on the door. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna take this chance of scratching up his shit. Hell no. That dude's too big for me to fight.
Listen to that 2-Watt. 2-Watt is a mess.
He's your buddy.
Yes, he is.
Tell.
Yeah, they all
Shit,
do,
look.
man. They all do. I'm still working. Oh, oh, oh.
Well, gents, so I made it home. But what I'm going to show you now is just a little clip. We're going to break this up a little bit. I am going to throw in a little video clip of us on the way to go get breakfast on my second day. I showed up, we filmed this first little bit of video, and now we're going to jump in here. The next morning I got up and went back to Tech Nine's house, and there was a gentleman that was there. His name is 2Watt. He is a friend of mine, a friend of Tech's. I don't know if you guys ever seen the video series where I was in a hunt for the Black Cat test center. I think it's Wasabi. The Wasabi test center. It's a 2,000 watt oscilloscope frequency counter CB test center. A friend of mine had one when he was younger. Anyhow, 2Watt saw that video and he took it to heart, and he went out and found me one out of Chicago and sent it to me. And I was able to get it from him. So 2Watt, like I said, is a friend of both of us, but he kind of palled around with us. He's one of the local scene there in South Chicago. Good dude, a little loud, but great guy. Anyhow, he walked around the entire time with his cell phone out, just recording stuff. So I got to give credit where the video came from. I got it from Tech Nine himself. He put it together, and he was kind enough to forward it over to me. So I'm going to take some of that footage and I'm going to drop it in as we go. So this is on our way to go get breakfast first thing in the morning. And then we're going to cut back to us pulling up at Tech Nine's place and him looking at my truck. And from there, I'll throw in yet another segment. So, gentlemen, thank you, 2Watt. Here we go.
Say hi, Tech Nine.
What's going on, you little two-wit you?
Nothing much, just having fun.
I know.
El Pollo Loco, the Black Cuban. I found the Black Cuban, get it? Huh? Yeah.
Appreciate you. I know.
What they call him?
That's 415. That's Tanco.
Tanco.
It's a bad cat, man.
They say a mud duck, but I'm gonna be all right.
Let me see. 11.
What's going on, Warren?
I'm
Beautiful wife?
11. I call him 11.
Mr. BBI. Got down. Look at old Mr. BBI. Look at that. Ooh, there goes that meter. Look at that. I'm gonna go and record that BBI. Mr. Miller. I want to record that box. Holy shit. I just noticed what you had on the floor. Look at the bank. They look like the tall boys I used to drink back in the days when I did drink. Damn, look at that. Y'all look at that there. Ooh, wee, I like this. Derail. Derail. Boy, look at that there. Look at that big old speaker. Jesus Christ. And so y'all know, look. Woo wee. Idaho finest. Damn, that's so fucking cool. Right in the thing. He got the switches on there. He got the derail. Look, we got a new employee at 2 Watts. No, I'm just joking. Yeah. I like you know why I do it? Because we sit around and joke around.
Yeah, you guys are fun, man.
No, man, this is. You don't know the power. Yeah, I like this, man. I like that setup, man. Holy smokes, man. Look at that. 2 400s. This is nice. They cleaned up, man.
Drove through a monsoon to get her.
Yeah, I bet, man. Holy smokes. Mr. Tech 9 Technology, Mr. BBI. Wow, man, that thing look nice. Look, so y'all can see he cleans up everything. It ain't just his bench. It's not only his bench he's anal about.
Every time I wash the truck, I get in here and clean everything.
You know what? No wonder you and fucking Tech 9 get along. You guys are the same.
Man, I walked in his shop and I knew how everything was laid out, the way everything worked, had labels on everything.
Yeah.
If you can't figure it out, you need to learn how to read.
Yep. Man. You don't got a fighting system set up on here, right? You only got it set up for one right around antenna.
Don't shoot out. You're lucky you get to talk to me in the mobile.
Look at that pug mare. Dang, this motherfucker's clean though. You make me want to go and grab a new one. A newer Suburban. Huh?
So when I get home, I'm going to have it painted.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh.
The clear is starting to...
See, BBI's putting a new antenna up. No, I'm joking. Let me stop. I'm a jokester, man. I like talking shit just to have fun for contents.
Clear on the roof is starting to...
See, I bet you none of you guys got BBI doing this. The one and only time. You'll see Tech 9 Technology and BBI all at the same time. Huh? Yeah. That is so cool, man. What is that,
So one of the main reasons that I went to South Chicago was because it was on my way to the Grand Rapids, Michigan break. This is where all the big boys go to play. At least this year it was. Next year I think we're going to Texas. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not throwing my support behind anything yet because that's next year and I got to just get through this year. So what we're going to interlace here real quick before we wrap this video up, the end segment with Tech 9, is we're going to show some video of Prime, and I think Crack's in there, and I know Pennsylvania Pimp's in there, and I knew Bluegill's in there, and there's a whole bunch of really big guys that are in the video footage that 2 Watt grabbed for us at the break. And I'm going to throw in some of the pictures that I took at the break, and let's just roll with it, and then we'll zip back and we'll wrap this up with Tech 9. So once again, thank you 2 Watt, and thank you Tech 9. Gentlemen, my part of the Grand Rapids break that I got to participate in, which I was really grateful for. I got to meet a bunch of people and put a bunch of, faces with names, people that I've spoke to for years on the radio. and be able to understand their personalities on and off the radio. It's a big deal. And that's really what this whole tour was about, was me getting to network and meet people and sitting down and talking with people and getting to build relationships. So, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
I'm gonna do what you did to me. Hey, why they call the CB break? Why do they call it the Liars Convention? That's all I want to know. You supposed to go on wide load. Hey, that's one of the Boost Mobile phones. Hey, no, the one they got in Chicago. What's that? The cheap phone? Prime? Prime. Boost Mobile? No, the other one that's made by T-Mobile. It's a part of T-Mobile. It is Boost Mobile? Hey, it was Boost Mobile. Take now correcting me.
Figure that one out. Can't call him straight ahead.
Huh? No, I got plenty of space on here. I got 256.
Young man.
They say that's a legend. I don't know. Uh-oh, look. Hold on, let me change the angle. So I can say, so I can say I rub elbows with Prime Minister. Yeah. Matter of fact. Hey, Prime. Oh, hold on. He gonna take a picture. Yeah, we ready. Don't give Crack Carter some more excuse to talk. He gonna keep talking.
Let me get y'all a picture. Why do you come on, BBI, get in there.
Stand tall, man.
BBI, come on, man, I need you on YouTube, man.
Bring your black ass.
You gotta keep it straight.
Bring your black ass.
Black Jack in the bucket, Prime, BBI, Crack Carter.
Boy. They all standing like statues. Take the picture already. I know this. I got it. That's why I kept saying, hey, Prime, this is what I want you to do.
What?
Okay. Watch this. Watch this. What? Prime, I want you to say 77's a mud duck. Come on.
I charge for this. $5. I said, whatever the hell you want. On the ground and made
You know what's going on? 77 for Chicago.
Oh, hell.
Time all the time. Because they into music. He into music.
All right, $5 to talk about that. $5 to talk about that. As it's funny, man. I will talk about him for free. I was walking down the street one day with Crack. This is no lie. We were going looking for coax, and I fucked around and walked behind him, and I seen some rust flying behind. I said, "That old motherfucker done shit his pants again."
Crack Carter, did you shit your bridges? That's all.
I got to leave now. You gonna go get that? You ready? You ready?
I hear that.
Hell to the yeah. To the yeah. Hell to the yeah.
Hey, send me that one picture. You had it. Send me the picture of me cracking everybody.
I didn't take picture. I did the video. I'm doing video. Hey, why the hell would I miss out on recording some shit like that? Especially after Prime talking shit about Crack Carter.
You ain't gonna put that on YouTube, are you? Oh shit! This shit gonna go viral.
No, you would never catch none of my videos. I'm the thing. This is something when CB guys hang out and we want something to laugh about.
They won't know who I am. They don't know who I am, but they know who he is.
Yeah, I don't put none of my stuff. I'm like that guy over there. Have you seen one of his videos lately? That's why. You ain't gonna see this one either. I don't know. That is my teacher and my mentor.
You know, I got to sign a damn waiver on this shit.
Tech Nine's my teacher and my mentor.
Oh, Tech Nine.
And the one thing he tell me, you don't put people shit out there, man. You know, among us fucking around. Now, if the guys that in Chicago that might come to his house and my house that are real CBs that are not outsiders and, you know, ain't gonna take no pictures of this day, then they can see the video. But that's among the small. Keep them talking.
I love you.
Craig Carter, you made my goddamn cider.
Hey, you can run already? Yeah, I gotta jump in that truck. I need to go home and go to sleep. You drove right.
Have a good one, brother.
How long you been here? Just a couple hours. And you drove right there and see us. Hey, you must be. You know, I may not be here next year.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna be here, but I got a chance to meet y'all this year. So that's all I want to do.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there, man. The way some of you guys been going, you got to come in and get in and fit in.
Right here, Dad. All these years, I mean it. Yes, sir. All right, man. We'll be hollering at you, brother. Okay. I don't know if they're I made it in the back for the 84 to get back to you next year. Look here. They shooting for us. Everybody think I'm on the dick. I tell them it's not about the powers that I was referring to. That 80 foot and the beautiful audio. People stop listening. I never heard
Hey, I'm so glad I had the camera on for that one. God damn. I'm a God. Don't worry, you can talk. It ain't going nowhere. This goes on my collection. Hey, now I gotta tell you. Now I gotta tell you something. Your pockets ain't deep enough to get these videos. That's one thing.
Boom, boom, boom. And do everybody a favor and tell them what they're looking at here. So
Okay.
this meter here, down here,
This meter shows bird watts and average watts and PEP. Okay? It shows no RMS because in the bird book there is no RMS. It's peak and average only.
agree.
Anybody that say anything different has never had the original manual.
Or bothered to read the
Or
manual.
bothered
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Oh, I was just gonna reach back there and get it.
Grab one, I know.
Yeah.
I got one too, and I got the little chart hangs
Yeah,
out over
this-
there, but I just get tired of arguing with people.
This meter reads my reflect from the amplifier and my reflect from the radio.
How long is your jumper?
I use everything 6 feet.
Okay.
No threes. Never use 3-foot jumpers. 6, 9, 12. That way.
Okay.
All right. Now, just like if I want to read the pass through. This is pass through also with a 10-watt slug.
Okay.
It's got a 50-watt slug. Over here, where it says radio, when I key this down, the back of the radio, Barefoot radio doing about 3 watts. Oh, swinging about 10. That's all I'd be looking for. That's the pass-through reflector with a 10-watt slug. Oh, way down there in the corner. This is the pass-through on a 50-watt slug. Oh, right? Now, this is the pass-through with the amplifier on all the way down. Oh, on the 10-watt slug. This is the pass-through with a 50-watt slug. And I pass through a reflector. Oh, okay? And that's on a 20-watt scale. Take that off before I blow that up. Just turn all the way down. Oh, swinging 40 watts on the dose end. Turn about halfway up. Oh, 70 watts. Wide open. Oh, 140 watts. Oh, almost 200 watts there. Just like that. And I'm done. There's no reflect, no nothing. I ain't got to go through all of that stuff. It just works. And then I quit and I put the top on. And that's all I do. I don't go in here trying to twist and tune. There's nothing to twist and tune. Everything is fixed tune. I'm done. I'm finished. That's it.
So what happens when you put an 820 right here?
Nope.
No, what happens when you put an 820 right there?
Nope. I use those.
I know, 1000. What happens when you put an 820 there?
Don't know. I use those.
Okay.
Don't know. I use those.
All right.
That's what I use. I don't use 820s. Back in the day, I used to use 680s. I don't use 680s. I use those now.
All right.
Number one, they durable. You ain't never got to worry about them falling out on you, nothing like that. So I leave them there. I don't need this thing to do no more than what it's showing me because it's a 100-watt PEP transistor, okay? Oh, and right here on this dozy, oh, it's showing me over 100 watts PEP because that's what they are rated at. They're not rated by average. If I put that on average, you barely see that needle move with a 1,000-watt slug.
Yeah, so what happens when you put an 820 there?
Don't know and don't care. I use
That's what I love
1,000.
about you, man. You've got it. This is the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you use an 820 and it works for you, fine. I use a 1,000, works for me. That's all the watts I need.
No, I was leading to a different conversation. But you're like, nope.
No, I'm just saying. You asking me, and I'm telling you, this is it. That's what I do. I have never put an 820 up here. I have removed 820s from boxes and put the 680s and 1000s, like on the old 32 pills made from the Toshibas. That's got real Toshibas in it. I use 680s and 330s on those back in the day. And I use 5 wraps.
Because that gets you to what?
DD 4,000 watts.
680 and 320 gets you to what?
What do you mean gets me to?
It's 1,000 puff, but what?
No, not together. It's
Oh, you're
one
talking
in front.
input and output, okay.
Yeah, input and output. I don't put together 680 and 3. They give you 1,000. I know that, but I ain't.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about input and output.
Get 320 on the input transformer, primary. 680 on the output transformer, secondary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's the old way
Right.
with the Toshibas, but with these HGs, I use a 330 and 1,000.
So what are you using here?
That's a 150.
Okay.
100.
Man, I can't believe that you did this overnight.
I did that this morning.
Yeah.
When I got up, I started on it. I took all of this junk out of here, this,
Yeah.
and this became this.
Yeah. Changed the back plate, redid the front plate, redid the 10. Whole new board, drilled this out by hand. Gifted.
And did the top.
Gifted.
See? Gaff tape. Just happened to go right even, nice and it fits.
Yeah.
And it's done. And I'll take it to him when he go to the break and say, here's your box. Because I know I'll see him there. Only thing I got to put is the box number here. See, I got the date, but I got to put the box number there, what box number it is. And that's it.
Okay, so Do you feel this is necessary?
Yep.
Okay.
Know why? Because
What
that's
do
the way
you-
the
what do
white boys did it 40 years ago. You can't remake the wheel. Apparently, it must have been right because they did it and it worked for them. So I do it and it worked for me 40 years later.
Because the white boys did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't no black man designed this thing. The white boys did this back in the day. Black man just took it and made it fightable.
Yes, sir.
That's what they did. They took it and made it fightable.
Solder work is top notch. So that's the Weller what? 75?
I think this is a 80. Yeah, this is a 80 M10. That's a 80.
God, I just, I started out with that stainless steel or the stained glass window iron, and I just got on my arm now.
I got the big Wellers in the room. I use it in there. $79 for that thing. It's got the big thing like this, but it's the big Weller. And then I got 2 or 3 more of those, maybe 5 of these, and I buy.
Yeah, you just like that style of Weller. That's all.
Yeah, well, I get it from the computer store. They cheap it, only $25. But I also buy. Look in that drawer right there where it says Weller, the red label.
Oh yeah, you got a bunch of extra tips, just like everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know where I got them from? I got them from the computer store.
Oh yeah, you buy tips in bulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, around here someplace you got one of these hanging out around here someplace.
Yeah. It's in the other room.
Yeah.
When
I
started
gotta tell you, I've been on the hunt now for ever for a decent soldering iron that I could put outside that wasn't propane powered. Mm-hmm. Like when I go to do an install or something, just want to solder a wire.
Well,
together.
see, you still put people's stuff in outside. I don't do that no more. I used to do that all the time, every day. I'd have
I tried it.
trucks
I got one more.
lined
I
up
got one,
around.
maybe 2 more installs. I'm done. I'm just done with it.
Yeah, I don't do that no more.
Tired of having guys semis all blown apart in the front, and that just no. Anyhow, Ryobi makes a little portable soldering station. Mm-hmm. Dude, it comes a big old fat tip. You can get a big fat tip for that. It gets hotter than hell. Put a battery in it. 2 seconds later, the damn thing's hot. Best tool. I got it out in the truck right now.
Well, that I left that thing on there for a couple of days, and I came in. I had the lights off, and I saw it glowing. I was like, "Whoa!"
Right?
Let me turn this thing off. It's been glowing. That console over there, when I built it back in 1978, I kept the soldering iron plugged up for the 2 months it took me to build it. I never unplugged it, and I used one big soldering iron to solder all that stuff in the console.
So at the end of the day, I'll take a little bit of solder, put it on the tip, get a little ball on it, and unplug it, and then I'm done. Mm-hmm. I found that really helps keep the life of the iron. But to wipe it dry and then put it in the rack and then turn,
I put all these got a little solder on the tip. Even this here, I made all of this here. I bought some of these things here, but I like mine. Ham Sandwich showed me how to make that. He said, "Man, get a hanger. I'll show you."
it's hanger because it's so discolored. I thought it was copper. I'm like, man, how's that thing sitting up like that? It's a hanger.
It's a hanger. That's for the bigger one, and this for this size. And this is actually for that thing. No, this one. That's for this Weller here. That goes in there. And I got a couple of them too. I got about 15, 20 soldering irons. But I got a bunch of new ones too, down in that cabinet, new.
You got a lot of parts.
Yeah.
You got a
Well,
lot of parts.
Jimmy Johnson, Top Gun, said if you want to stay in this business, you got to have parts,
It's true.
okay? When I need something, I go get it. Just like my tag team partner, his box needed more than one pill.
Oh yeah, what ended up happening with that?
He had one blown pill.
Yeah.
I replaced it. It still didn't make power. So I took them all out, and they was down to a gain of 4. That's too low,
Right.
all right? So
That's what I call circle in the drain.
yep, I got used HGs that was running 35, 40 in there. Dropped 4 of those in there. Went right back to swinging 900 watts just like it's supposed to. Because he really talks on his driver. Now my driver sitting there, it's just like Specky brand new. I could turn that thing and it do 500 bird right now. But I don't talk like they talk. They really use their equipment. Me, every once in a while. Talked to Channel Master this morning, that was it. I don't do no talking on
Which
that
Channel
stuff.
Master? You know, there's one out by me. You know
Oh,
that.
this one over here in Country Club Hills.
Okay.
That's he called himself the Channel Master.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
You know, he's an older guy. Yeah, man, this is that'll do him fine. For whatever you want to use it for.
So what happens when you put a 920 here?
Have no idea, never put a 921 there. 921s.
Do you understand what I'm getting at? Mm-hmm. I hate it when people come to my shop and they're like, so, you're going to get 10 more watts out of it, you change that. God, I hate people that are like this.
I don't care about
man.
I don't care about flash watts.
Flash watts.
Okay?
Where's that in the book? Is that like Ghost Watts?
Same thing. Ghost watts or in there with a picture taker. I don't want to see a 16 peel doing 5,000. Never. All I want a 16
Turn the
peel to
voltage
do. All I want to see a 16 peel do is 1,600 watts. And that's PEP because it's 16 peels in there. Each peel is measured by those data sheets over there somewhere, covered up by PEP.
So, where do you stand on the data sheet debate?
The one that
The Chinesium data sheet debate.
that's what's up there now. The old Toshiba data sheets is down. I just stuck, you know, I don't use them, it's just up there. Just like my guitar stuff is stuck on the wall.
So you know who wrote that data sheet, right?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Because I don't even care.
All right.
I am not into all of that.
How old is that skull, man?
Which one?
One on the side of power supply up there.
It's old.
Yeah.
It's very old.
Yeah.
It's one on the other side too. I got both of them. It's very old. That power supply came from Radio Shack.
Yeah?
Those skulls used to be on my 69 Tornado that I had back in the 80s. I stuck them on the side like I got them on my mirrors on my truck. And the way that I got those off, I used a heat gun and kept them. Did it
I
cut off?
don't have a nothing one on my truck.
Who?
A nothing one. I ain't got a label. I ain't got nothing.
Oh, yep. Well, that's been...
Man, them guys at the detail shop today, man, they did a good job.
Yeah, I told you that's where my wife takes her car.
That young man was out there, he rubbing and polishing, and a big old long talk with him about tire prep, tire clean.
But I got the best tire shine in the world. I don't care that
I'm afraid.
that
Go
junk
ahead.
that junk that they put on your tires. I'll be right back. Stand by. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. I was the one started O'Reilly's and AutoZone and all them guys to start selling this. This is called Coverall. This tire dressing is so popular that they don't keep it on the shelf no more because people were stealing it. Okay, oh, stand by, wait, just wait a minute.
Show me the money.
Look, give me a second here.
All right.
Now, this stuff, when you spray it on your, tire. I use it. Matter of fact, I've been using it on my tires forever now. We used to buy it by the case. People always say, man, why your tires stay so shiny? I see you drive your truck every day. I said, that's the same stuff I put on there 5, days ago. But do it come off? No, it don't go all upside your car and all. It stays on the tire. The key thing to this working is to wash the tire first. Then spray this on. Now, you look down here and you see where you can get this from, okay? So I know guys like you'll say, okay, I'm gonna get me some of this back. So this can right here, this is gonna be your can. That stuff there is so precious that the car washers, when they get it in, they make sure people don't, they say spray it around there once. Me, I spray my tire till it shines, it stays.
That's local.
This is the shit.
That's local to here.
Well, it's down,
Yeah,
but
local, same state.
yeah, check this out. This here, man, if you go into any auto parts store around here to buy this, you gotta ask for it by name, coverall, because they go in the back and get it. And me, you looking at the guy that told them about this when we used to order from this place. I used to get it by the case when I had 2 Suburbans. But now that I got,
Hydrodurofluorocarbon. Acetone. Hexatone. Hepatine. Can't even enunciate that.
they even got a California version.
Well, that's not as good. I don't care about that.
No, I'm just gonna show you.
Because that will cause cancer as soon as you cross the border. You didn't know that?
Where's the California version?
This has got all the good shit in it. It's even got naphthalene in it.
The one with the white top.
It's got benzene in it, dude.
Look, the one with the white top is the California version. This the one that ain't got all that shit in it. But I don't care which one. I don't care. They both work. So I don't care if I die from. I done beat cancer 3 times. Well, going on 3rd time. So a little tire shine ain't gonna kill me.
So they replaced the acetone with heptane. And the hexaphene, they replaced it with turlo.
I tried to pronounce them names too. I left it alone.
As you know, because you have seen my ride, I'm at 1,795 miles. The thing's spotless. I've been on the road for 3 days. I've washed it twice already.
Oh well, that's.
I'm a little picky when it comes to keeping my truck clean.
Me too.
And
I mean-
I've seen your ride sitting in the garage. You're a little picky as well.
Yeah, I'm a lot picky. The only thing I haven't washed on my truck in a while is my tires itself because, I don't have that kind of energy anymore. But when I do it, The letters are white and everything. But now when I get ready to go, when I pull up at that thing in Grand Rapids, my truck is going to be immaculate. The tires are going to be shining. The letters are going to be white. My rims stay clean. I'll never let nothing get on my rims. My runners are going to be shining.
Yeah. Okay, so it's called Renewed Finish. Are you familiar with it?
Heard about it.
You can get it on Amazon. Put gloves on. Make sure the plastic is dry. Just wipe this on. Let it dry. Put another layer down. Let it dry. Done. Re-dyes plastic black. Renewed Finish. It's made in Idaho.
Yep.
How do you think I got my mirrors, my plastic bezel piece that sits below my window, my steps, my running boards, all that stuff? None of that. I don't
See,
spray
I don't
goof
have
on
that. Well, I don't have that kind of.
Yeah, but you got black rubber bumpers on the side of your truck.
Well, the black. I put them there myself. Actually, that wasn't on the truck. I put that there.
When they start to fade, just
Those strips.
done.
They'll never.
Waterproof, doesn't
Look,
wash off,
look.
it's permanent.
They'll never fade. You know why?
Never outside.
It's never. That's what I be telling people.
Yeah, but see, you give me a kind tip. I'm going to try and give you one too.
I know, but Hey, I was a, what do you call, a detail, and I'm gonna say it like they used to tell me. Man, you a motherfucking detail expert. I can't stand you. I thought my car was clean, and you come here and find all this shit. Yep, I gotta see how this drives my 6 pill, so I gotta get this out the way. I'll just set this over here now. I got to see how this drives my 6 pill.
I'm taking a lot of video, and somehow I'll edit this all together as some kind of video, but I got a lot of really important interviews that I'm going to get one crack at going forward. And I have not used this camera for nothing, and I don't really trust it. So I'm using you as a test piece.
That's fine.
And just letting it run. It's like right now it's telling me I got a problem with one of my batteries. That answers my next question I was going to ask you. Because I noticed as you were working, you were just taking and dry flicking that on the workspace.
That's what I do.
Right.
And then I
And
just
for
take,
you, that's containing the mess, because then all you got to do is go through with a razor blade and clean it off.
yeah.
All right.
And I just do this here. It's a done deal. This was the main thing that was wrong with Foot Doctor's box. This failed. I bet you this is still good. When I hooked it up, I was getting ready to check the pills, right?
Yeah.
And I said, nope, let me go and check this thing first. And this.
Did you tell him that, or is he
Yeah.
still believing it?
Oh, I showed it to him. See that? That's a 150.
Yeah, it's wide open.
That's still working. See? That still works.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I've seen this fail so many times.
Yeah, but especially back in the old boxes.
Right.
You know, and this, I mean, this works, but the pressure that Foot Doctor put on the box, talking, I could have expected this, but shit, he been talking on the box since 21, it's 23. And this thing here finally went out on it.
Yeah.
Now, had I had a metal 150 in one of these, it'll still be working. You know what I'm saying? I know that. But that's what we was doing then. But now, since they got those big orange 150s back now, hey, they work. As long as you don't put a whole lot of pressure on them like some people do, they work.
Good morning, everybody. This is the professor over here working on this DD.
Oh, you just stopped? What kind of shit is that?
12,000.
Oh,
With grits and
it had to
gravy.
catch up.
I'm working
It
on
was
it a
loaded.
little at a time because I got a lot of other stuff going on. You know, at the shop, in the house.
And this the shit that people don't get to see no more.
Right. I know.
That stuff over there I gotta do. It's all piled up, but I gotta get this done first because, you know, I do boxes in line. You know, first come, first serve. So I've been working on this, got me a man, trying to get it together, putting this stuff in here a little at a time. I had prepped all the parts and got them, you know, pretty well lined
See that
up.
big combiner there? That
Today,
came out of
20
week one's old 64 pill that I made him.
What material make is it?
That's 61.
It's week one passed here recently, didn't
Yeah. Well, not recently, last year, year before last.
On 623, which was yesterday. And I done got this far already. I got the trees over here ready to go in, the combiner trees. Getting ready to stick them in now and get them done. Got the capacitors in, the relay, the keying circuit. I got a what we call a 64 pill keying circuit. And,
8-ball, God rest his soul. That's what he called it.
relay for the
I got a
fans.
64 pill key. The Tech 9 put a 64 pill keying circuit in my 2 pill. I got them all down with a keying circuit.
The B plus strip. That way when you plug the remote in, you ain't got to worry about it trying to feed the fans. The fans will come on. When you turn this switch on, it'll activate this relay and send juice from the B plus line all the way up. I got this one built the way I got my 32 pill built, with the bus bar here for the 5 to come in. I got 8 gauge wire going around here. Okay, to feed the bus from each end. I got the main input there and the main output. See the way I did the 100 ohm resistors there, I doubled them up.
Now you see that?
So that's 5, 10.
I was the first one did that I seen.
20 watts
Then I
at
seen
100 ohms.
Blade do it.
That's to balance that output.
What's the laughing
And
guy?
that double
The one that laughs when he talk with the boxes. And I said, oh. So they must be seen my.
Laughing guy?
Yeah, he always laugh. Oh Lord, that guy.
You know I don't watch anybody else's YouTube videos, right?
Yeah, I know. I heard you say that.
I don't. The only person I watch is you, and when you took them down, I just quit watching this stuff.
Well, I don't. Nobody. Well,
What I'm saying is I don't know what
look,
you're talking
lately, like I said, I watch your videos, and nobody else is doing nothing that's interesting to me. See, you do a lot of tube stuff, right?
Some, yes.
But I'm just saying, that interests me because I like to see you fix that shit with all them tubes and wires and shit. That's interesting for me to watch.
That two tube 500Z box I got with me, the one I just did for Preacher Man,
Yeah. Like I say,
that took hours to
that's
figure that
interesting
out,
to me
dude. because
I mean, I don't do tubes. The DC stuff is fine, but tubes, when you working on them SB20s or whatever them things, the 220s and all that stuff, that remind me of the old stuff back in the day that I used to see in the guys' houses when I used to go visit them. And they showed me them glass tubes up there glowing, and they talking all over the world with them. And to see you fixing them, that's just, and to watch you do it and explain, which,
Try to anyhow.
well, you do a pretty good job. A person just got to listen to you.
Now, I've only built one box I wish I'd never sold out of everything I've ever built. One.
That was, what the hell was that box? You said
Copper Mine.
the copper thing.
That took like 3 days just to, because I had to do it all by hand. I didn't have any of the tools I got now. I got an auto tap. I got all the tools. I could build that same box in like 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
But when I built it, it took like 3 weeks. That copper bar, having to drill that and tap that by hand.
Now the question is, what difference did it make?
He put that in his truck with a D-Rail 29. And he drove that on 15 bolts, and he hit it with a 2x4. And he got 9,000 or 7,000 bird.
How many volts?
15 volts.
How many alternators?
One. 7,000 bird. Hello. And it ran like that for 2 years. With a 2x4.
Let's see.
The bird number. He didn't even have a peak kit. And he looks at me and he goes, "That's all it is doing?" And I'm like, "Hold on." So I go up in the shop.
Yeah, see, you
I grab a
showing me
peak
where the
kit.
box got bent at in the back.
I go up in the shop and I grab the peak kit and we put it in there. He's like, "Holy cow." I'm like, "Listen, all of that stuff mattered. The only one I've ever built." Now, have you got a favorite box of yours that you built you wish you wouldn't have sold? Honest now.
No. The one that I wish I hadn't sold and I got it back was my 8-pill in my truck now.
Okay, so there
Yeah,
was one.
yeah,
Your
yeah.
8-pill.
Right, that was my first 8-pill I built. me see, he's sending me another picture here. See what he's talking about. This is grits and gravy.
That's this amplifier.
Yeah. Oh, 933. Juice man. What time is it? Now you coming now? What you just need that? You need SO 239s put on the end of some coax? All right, bring him. Let me check him out. You get your butt on over here. Yeah, stop by the bank, get you some money, and then I don't know what I got to do yet. So just stop by there, pick up me $2 or $3, and then come on by and then see your brother. I'm going up to Michigan Saturday. Yep. Okay, well, if your wife out of town, you better get down here, because you know if she catch you down here, she gonna get you. So you better get over here. You better get over here today. All right? Get over here today. Okay. Yep. That's 933 from Joliet.
Don't forget about grits and gravy.
Oh, I ain't gonna forget about it.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the where he says Bennett.
Oh yeah, punched in the
Look at
Hako connector. Well, those are liquid tights, right?
I don't even know what that means.
The connector itself. Either made by Hako or they're made by
I don't know,
Liquid-Tight.
man. I just order them things and they work and I squeeze them and they go in.
Right, yeah.
So,
Those are Hakos.
yeah, he can, I get them from Motherfucker too. Same place. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
But he could bend that back if he wanted. That ain't really hurting the box. As long as the box ain't hurt. Let me look up here for a minute.
Yeah. Let me get out of your way. How about that?
Yeah, let me get over here. Let's see. This is the way it should look in the back. Yeah, how the hell did they do that? This cable was on top of the box.
It's the connector shoved the back of the cabinet in.
Yeah, but it was that big cable. When I shipped that cable,
Right.
this cable came up on top of the box, and it was wire tied to these two fans.
Right.
How they bent that?
They dropped it flat, and it punched flat on the back of the cable and the connectors and shoved it back in the box in. And it bent against the heat sink or the board that's inside. It's like the board bent right at the top of the board. Yeah, and it popped the pin. It dropped so hard that you can see it's probably sheared this screw off. Either that or it bent it from here to here. Had that happen. It sucks. I've had that happen.
You know, if this had more than
Yeah, right.
just this one
Right.
screw,
Right.
that wouldn't happen.
Right.
That's a bad case design with that one screw in the middle. That's what that is. That's a bad case design.
Did it mess up the front of the box?
He ain't sent me no picture of the front. But this is how the box was all tore up.
Oh, jeez. I
See?
played softball with it.
And I pack my stuff good, man. I don't mess around. I got a whole wall of bubble wrap, and I got popcorn, and I got, side stuffing stuff that I use when I send these boxes out.
That was pretty. So it pushed those caps down against the board then. Yeah. That's pretty looking, man. It's a shame we can't show that to people no more.
Yeah, I know. That's what they be missing. But
I mean, that is some high-end pornography that you just built there.
and it worked. It just.
All
I
he's got to
know.
do is take the lid off and punk that back out.
Yeah, I know. He could. You know, when I get a chance, I'll.
Talk with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it shifted the whole cabinet over. Ask him if the screw on the top of the lid's still hooked up, or did it blow the pin nut
I
out?
don't know. It looked like it is because see, that's going on an angle, so it looked like that screw is still holding. It just pushed it in, but see. This is. I don't really like that design with one screw. It should
Yeah, but
have
it was like the 24 pill cabinet. It had 2 or it had 3 in the top. It'd be
the
different.
3. Yep.
Still
So-
don't matter. It looks like they beat the shit out of box. Do you insure it?
I don't think it. No, I don't think it. And I was going to insure it.
There's
but-
no point unless you have it
Yes.
packaged by a third party. They just deny it.
You know,
You know.
it's just I only had to get money back from one box before. You know, the thing it didn't. The shit just worked. It just worked. They monked it up.
No, the half-inch strips that I made, that way I can get the output transformer back, the input and the output there on the flatback resistors or feedback or whatever you want to call them. I got 3 waters here on the input. I mean, some guys
Watch
put
this.
big 5 waters in there, but to me they're in the way. So I could actually take that.
Yeah.
Right here and get that out of there. And
You know who looked at one of my boxes a long time ago and told me, Foxy. She said, 5.2, you still using them big blue resistors on that? I said, yeah, that's what I learned. She said, that's a waste. That's what Foxy told me. Christina Ballard, she said, that's a waste 5.2. Use a 2 watt or use a 3 watt. You don't need them big 5 watt. I said, but y'all used to use them, Foxy. She said, yep, don't forget the duck. She said, oh, I told Pool Shark too about you bumping your head.
Man, that hurt, dude. I racked it good last night.
I know you did. See, you bumped it in there.
Yeah.
Pool Shark never bumped it in there. He always bumped his here. But he done got used to it and he ducks. He's a big, tall, white country boy from down south. And he, man.
About 400 watts now. I'm on the 1,000 watt scale. I got the 3 pill over here turned all the way down. Let's turn the 3 pill on. I'm on a 1,000 watt scale. I might not be able to do it on this. No, let's just slam that in the corner even with the Roger beep. So let's go on 2x here and see what it do.
I love when it does that.
Let's go on
Keep going. Yep.
okay, let's see what it do.
2500.
Mm-hmm.
Close.
A little better than
It's
25.
almost 3,000 there.
So,
Almost 3,000.
and that lets me know that it's working. That's all I'll be looking for. I don't be trying to,
Somebody
that 3 pill stay turned down. I never turn shit wide open to test nothing, never. That lets me know that it's working.
But anyway, this is what it do on the dozy. Let's look at the dozy. I'm on the 2,000 scale on the dozy. And just put that in the corner. So let's go on the 4,000 scale on the dozy and see what it does. Almost 3,000. Yep. So there it is, y'all. When I come back, I'll have the fan kit on, and we'll show you the 392 pom-pom test. All right, I gotta go get the wife. Catch you later, bye.
Yep.
Man, he sent me pom-poms with their
Okay,
pink.
y'all, I'm back, and this boy is finished.
There you go.
He is hilarious. That guy is funny. I love it when he calls me,
390,
dude.
392. That's my buddy. Called me all the time. With his new 32 pill, I built him. Every time he whooped somebody, he gotta call me. Is your boys back over there yet? I go, who 392? 933. I just whooped him. He'll be over there today.
There you go. Got the air blowing out of there like it's supposed to, as you can see. That'll move the heat off of the heat sinks. That'll keep it kind of cool, unless you get out there being long-winded trying to warm the box up real good and heat it up and all that old crap, and over talk on it and all that stuff and think you broadcasting and think you can just get on here and broadcast like you're on a radio station. Nope, them days is over with these SGs. You gotta say what you don't say and get on out of there and just beat the hell out of somebody. And get
You
on
got
out
that
of
camera going?
there. I got the driver.
Yeah, I do. I don't know why, but I do.
Hey, because you get to catch me in the natural. This me in the natural.
Cut that off for a minute. So there are people out there that they didn't even, like, I put a picture up this morning. I took a picture of me sitting over there, pointing back this way. And I said, I bet you'd never guess where I'm at this morning. And the number one response was, oh my God, Tech Nine's still alive?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I get that probably once a month. I'm like, dude, well, you're right there by Tech Nine. Why don't you call him? I didn't know he's still in business. I haven't seen nothing on his YouTube channel. And I'm like, well, yeah, he doesn't do anything with YouTube no more. I don't know, unless it was a front, you've had people in and out of here all day long.
That's right. I tell you.
I got over here 2 hours late, and there was like 3 or 4 people in a line waiting to get their stuff worked on today. Got people calling all day. I gotta get coax connectors done. I gotta get this done. You ain't going nowhere.
I know. That's just.
And you're not based. Your business isn't based off of that. And so when you told me, man, I'm pulling it. I'm just not. It's not worth it. I'm just gonna keep doing what I've always done.
Yep.
I ain't never slowed down, not one day.
Not one day.
I got this and this and this. I know. I hear it. But the people out there in YouTube land, that's the beginning and the end of their knowledge. You know what I mean?
I know. And I told you,
You ain't going nowhere. You're busy as busy. If I was as busy as you, I'd pull my hair out. If I had as many people coming to my place as I've seen today. Listen to me when I tell you this. The radio world is strong and alive in the lower southern portion of Chicago. I'm here to tell you.
Yep. Man, when I get a chance to actually sit down and rest, I try to take advantage of it. The only thing I don't get a chance to do like I want to is play my drums, because I'm not going to play them because my wife is here. You know, when she was working at CarMax, I played them all the time.
Right.
Once the hip replacement thing came in, she's here, and I'm more concerned about that than playing them drums. When I play my music, you see I don't play it loud. I just play it where I can hear it down here. That's the respect I have for her.
Right.
And I still do all my CB work. You see, she don't bother me. You notice she don't bother me for nothing when I'm doing this, because this is what I do.
This is your JOB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm in the same boat now, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I mean, if she needs something, she'll call me on the phone. It's that simple. And I do. I be busy, man. I mean, I still got to, I tell her I'm working on a 32 pill, and the only reason why I'm not getting back to that is because...
Oh, don't worry about it. Just bring it to me at the break. No rush.
Hey.
Hey, but it's done.
It's done. He paid me
overnight.
For it. He paid me for it. I built it, and it'll be there.
You have been so inviting and so accommodating and so friendly, and just let me run around here and touch stuff that
2Y can't touch.
Two-Wah was losing his mind. He's like, oh my God, you picked a tulip off his bench.
Yep.
I didn't think nothing about it. I need a pair of nippers. It's pink, pink, but the look you gave me was like, good man, no. Bad BBI. So I apologize, but dude, thank you so much for having me out here.
No, thank you, man.
Thank you for dinner. Thank you for breakfast. Thank you for letting me swing by and spend so much time with you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, I enjoyed it.
Now, I'm privy to the phone calls that's been going on. You got like 15 more people coming over here, so I'm going to fold all this shit up and we're going to put it away. Is there anything you want to tell to the masses before we call this quits?
I am still here. I'm just not on YouTube. I'm back underground like I was before. I did not, and I repeat, I did not need YouTube to get popular. I was already popular. I just went back underground. That's all I did. And I'm going to stay underground.
Me, on the other hand, it helped a bunch.
Yep, I'm going to stay underground. Well, I got 23 years of this. You got 10, 11.
Yeah,
what?
And you got a little bit bigger community around you.
Well, you call it community, I call it the world. You know why?
Dude, I'm in the middle of the Sahara Desert then.
Look, I don't care about the camel
I got to
jockey.
drive 600 miles to go sit down and have a conversation about radio.
Look, I don't care about the selling to the camel jockeys, as they call them, which I resent because I tell people a camel is just like a horse. Okay, we call me a horse rider there. What's the difference? But where you sell your stuff at, I'm just saying I done sold boxes in all 48 states, including Puerto Rico, Hawaii, Bahamas, Jamaica, everywhere from right here. I even had a guy come from Jamaica and pick his box up because he said it costs too much in custom stuff for him to get it in shipping. He came in and picked it up. He said, man, I'm coming to visit my brother. I'm coming to get my E-pill. I remember that because it cost me $100 for that phone call. We talked. $100 it cost me back then.
It cost me $75 to call Australia the other day, explain to the guy which cap was bad in his amp, figure out the part, and be able to get his address. And it took about 3 or 4 minutes. It was $75. Still screw you. You're trying to stay in business
People
somehow.
trying
Right?
to, you know, people.
So you ain't going nowhere.
Nope. That's why I put the video up. I put that one video up telling people I'm not dead. I just don't do YouTube. I don't upload nothing to YouTube. The little videos that's up there, especially the one about the APL for Federico, he begged me to do it. And I wasn't going to do it at first. That's grits and gravy.
Sit back down where you're at. Let's get this finished. It's going to look weird if you're out of that chair. Let's get this finished. Okay. We got interrupted by the phone. So you're not dead.
Nope.
You're still here.
Yep.
Still making boxes like crazy.
All the time.
Thank you for having me. Is there anything else you want to say to everybody?
Well, like I said before, I'm here. If you need me, call me. Ain't nothing changed. I'm still here. Still alive. I'm just underground. You got to know somebody to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody to get to me.
Call him on the phone. Leave me out of it. I don't.
You got to know somebody to get to me now, because I'm busy and I stay busy. That's what they call me. SB, stay busy. So I'm here.
Thank you once again.
Thanks for coming, man.
Oh, I'm out. Okay, I'll see you. That's it. Seriously. No, I'll see you. I'm leaving. Bye.